Love the server's lead. Chase is worse than 2. It's worse than 2. Chase off, fell worse than 2.
Okay.
40 love.
Hi to all out there. This second ladies semi-final. Apologies for the slight delay in getting started. We have C.Fahey and Saskia Bollerman playing against J.Tan and Joe Edwards. So fully international affair. English, Dutch and Australian.
30-40.
We're actually in the first game at the moment. So joining me is Fred Kinroth from the RMTC, current president. Hi Fred.
In the women's double semi.
The winner of this match gets to play Penny Lumley and Kate Leeming, who managed to win this morning against Prue McKay and Rose Blandon.
What was the score in that one, Nick?
6-2, 6-1.
So Penny's having a very good tournament.
She is. She's also going very well in the Rouge. She's currently down on the bottom court, playing her third doubles match. And so this is Claire and Saskia looking at defending their title from last year. Saskia's first Open title.
Love. Time for this next, Joseph.
Well, new one to the court is J.Tan from Melbourne. She's playing with Joe Edwards, hailing from Ballarat. Saskia just caught out of position then. That's there. Nice little smile and a bit of a laugh. Good to see them enjoying their court tennis.
So it's coming more and more in doubles. People that are being successful tend to be those that get on well and enjoy the time on court. We just had a great men's semi-final, and Tim and Cam are the experts at having fun whilst playing well. But I have to say, John and Nikki Howe, John Lumley and Nikki Howe played exceptionally well.
Good to see the young guns coming through.
Game needs it.
As we have here, we've got Saskia, really only relatively new to the court. She's, how old Saskia, 21?
22, I think, yeah.
22. And she's the Dutch number 1. And improving rapidly.
And even though Claire's been around for a long time, she's still only 25.
And 2 games to love, first set.
Quite a bit of the future of ladies tennis on court at the moment. I'm sure Joe would like to be included in that.
Absolutely, Joe's been a stalwart of the game here in Australia.
Joe's better than 3.
Joe's always had some challenging opponents that she has to face. That keeps her just a little bit shy of having the gold lettering on the boards.
Yeah. And she's struggled with quite a few injuries over the years as well. But as can be seen by that shot, she's played some very, very nice strokes there.
15 love.
Good pace on that ball, just taking it off a little so it's not reaching the devastating backhand Claire.
Chase better than 2. 2 chases better than 3, better than 2. 15 love to the receivers.
I think they're going to need all of Joe's court craft cunning out there today to make a dent on this pair.
I think they are up against it, but as Joe always does, she's just smiling away.
Well, we expect to be seeing quite a few balls put in the direction of Saskia.
15 love to the receivers. First chase is better than 3.
By Joe and Josie. by Saskia
15
then.
all. Chase better than
It's also
2.
very nice to see Claire playing with Saskia and playing server up. Keeps it as a more conventional game. With Saskia, we'll get to see a lot more of the ball.
Lost the chase. 30-15.
Yes, I was noticing that, and I'm pleased to see it too. I think this will make it a far more interesting game for all parties, including the spectators, which we've got quite a few in the galleries here.
Yeah, the club's been quite busy all week. It's always good here because you're very good at running tournaments alongside each other.
First set.
The advantage of 2 courts.
Absolutely.
Well, we welcome S.Bollerman to the switching desk. Paul's one of our resident experts when it comes to January, coming in from The Hague, especially to switch. and play an enormous amount of tennis.
Plays a little bit of tennis on the side just to supplement the switching. Nice from Saskia there.
40 love.
Of course, we've got Clive Smith from Fuzzy TV producing your broadcast today. Clive does a terrific job, particularly throwing very, very interesting comments at us on the commentary box, giving us abuse and support, shall we say, Clive, from afar.
Nicely done.
Love. Love. Chase the second gallery.
Good play by Josie.
Better than 6 and chase the second gallery. 30 love. Here we see this.
Claire just a little bit asleep at the net. It's very unusual to see one go into last gallery. Yeah. We've got special thanks to Kate Leeming marking. She's had a heavy commitment here of not just playing but also marking. She's marking both the Australian Open as well as the Roo Trophy matches. These matches.
Receiver's lead. The first chase is better than 6. Chase better than 6.
These matches have been running to about 11 o'clock at night, so the pros are really working some pretty serious hours during the week.
Chase the second gallery.
Looking for a good second serve from Joe here. That's a good serve.
On the chase, that is game 5 games to love. First set.
5 games to love. It's off to a fast start, as we would have expected, I think, by Claire and Saskia.
Strike.
And it's good to see Clive is now back with the program.
15 all.
Oh, that's nice. Joe can just smile.
15.
Yeah, great shot, Saskia. The old down the middle trick.
Yeah, in doubles, driving it down the middle is a very useful tactic.
Chase better than 2. 30-15.
The only time that comes unstuck is when you're playing Tim and Cam and they stand in the T formation.
Yes. Talk to us about that T formation while they're changing serves. How does that work?
Basically, T formation is a formation used in lawn tennis in doubles where one player stands in the middle of the court at the front and one sort of in the middle at the back. And in real tennis, you just wouldn't normally do it. but Tim and Cam don't tend to do what is normally done, and they switch and swap all over the time, all over the place. They also have the receiver.
40-15. Service lead, chase better than 2.
The receiver of the return of
Better
serve
than
going
2.
up the main wall, and the server stays back. But they're very good at it, and they're very good at interchanging.
Well, it keeps your opponent
Lost the
guessing.
chase.
Absolutely.
That's game, and that was the first set. 6 games to love.
Okay,
Second
first set.
Claire is
First set, 6 love to the S.Bollerman combination.
And Claire staging that she's going to serve.
S.Bollerman domination.
Yeah. I was quite impressed with Saskia. I left here in January last year, and Saskia was a 35, and I noticed by the time she left in April, she was about a 28, which, having already come down 5 points, was quite impressive.
That's terrific. At RMTC here in Melbourne, we have been running a program of having juniors or gappies coming out for a period of time, say 8 weeks to 12 weeks, or even 4 weeks, just a period of time to come from, say, the UK. Happy to have them from other places of the world, such as Holland, which we have, and it's been terrific. We've had Hugo, and we've had Saskia, and Ben Bonington, who's gone on to some really good things in terms of his game. So it's proving to be a really, really good supportive way of bringing juniors into the game and really rapidly improving their tennis.
It actually mirrors what happens in rackets with what's called the fellow system, particularly in America. And also a couple of clubs in the UK do the same.
Great shot by Saskia. Doing some good work back and forth, isn't she?
Very good. And also, of course, the fellow system and what you're doing is good because it allows them to improve over a short period without losing their
40-15 and 1 chase better than the door.
The benefit isn't only to them. The
Absolutely.
club members love it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and the pro shop really enjoy their company, the youthfulness that that engenders into the pro shop. So I think everyone's a winner from this program.
Absolutely.
And you're just seeing it happening on court. Here's Saskia doing a great job, showing how much she's improved. That Claire is very happy for her to be playing back of court and taking a lot of ball.
40-15 to the receivers. Chase better than the door. Better than the door. First game of the second set.
1 love. And the machine keeps on rolling.
Chase better than 6.
You see that combination, not quite sure about each other, are they? The old down the middle shot. No one making the move. Whose ball should that be? Nick?
I would always call it for the forehand if it's coming up the court enough. In general, both ends. If you've got equal players, you want to be hitting a forehand.
Strike.
Trouble is down the middle for these two. There's a left and a right hander in there, so
absolutely
they're both on the backhand.
So that's where you need to communicate. Doubles is a very tactical game, particularly in this game. Most games there's a bigger court for doubles, but in this game it's the same size. And that adds an extra dimension.
Sensible shot by Sass. She called that early and knew she'd be in trouble tucked up down by the nick of the back wall. So she just pops it up onto the side wall, high, lob back into play.
And that hit go on the back.
40-15 and 1 chase better than 6.
No damage done. Except for a bit of pride maybe.
She'll be fine. And she's still smiling as always.
40-15 to the servers. Chase is better than 6. better than 6. Game, 2 games to love. Second set. Chase better than 3.
So we've got Claire being the only professional woman player on court at the moment. Tell me, Nick, about the status of
15 love.
women's tennis in the professional ranks.
Well, there have only been a few over the years. One Australian, Susan Cusley, and obviously you're
Kate Lehman.
Two, sorry, Kate Lehman. In the
30
past
love.
that was. So Kate currently, and Kate I rate very, very highly. There are some that think that professionals for clubs should be single handicap players, but Kate's a very good example of being able to do all the necessary jobs very well. Whilst being a good player, she never got to single figures. But in the UK we've only got one at the moment, and that's Claire. And in the past there haven't been that many.
Josie was doing a great job underneath the grill there. Got some really good balls back. But that timbre just put Joe under a bit of pressure. And they've now gone to a game point changeover.
Rob Fahey famously in one of his World Championship speeches thanked everyone, thanked his family, thanked the club, and then thanked whoever invented the timbre. Which is a pretty good shout.
40 love. To the receivers, better than 3.
Actually, for amateur players, I refer to the main wall as being the third player on your team.
Chase better than 3.
If you're a high handicap player, if you can use that wall, it'll just pick up spin, shorten the time that your opponent has to play the ball. It's a fantastic asset. You may not have the timbre in play if you're at the receiver's end, but you have the main wall.
Game. 3 games to love, second set.
That brings up 3 love. Let's see whether these two can get a game. They've got more chance on Saskia's serve in theory, but the way Saskia's playing doesn't appear to be much different to the other end.
J.Tan just caught out of position then. You've got to make your move quite early.
Getting closer.
30 love.
And it's probably worthwhile her staying back. Saskia's natural stroke is to hit the ball quite firmly, so there's no point in rushing up to the net, because she's just going to put weight on the ball.
Both there.
Last 3 shots all the same.
But the other thing that's interesting in doubles, even though the so-called up player tends to go up, more and more
15, 40.
in the top level game, the server will hang back to 5 or 6 yards whilst the first return happens, because it's pointless making yourself a target. So these top level guys in particular.
That's game, 4 games to love, second set.
And mainly because of the serve that they're doing. It's probably a railroad anyway, so it takes the galleries out
2
of play.
reasons. One is it takes the person out as a target, but also takes the galleries are therefore out, but it also stops both the cross-court boast and the force, and the straight force, or makes it less effective.
So the idea is to really move up when the appropriate time is.
Absolutely.
Move around the court. Don't stay static. We're seeing Josie do that. She's creeping up a bit. It just takes court time, doesn't it?
$30-15, ball up, please.
Kate quite rightly asking, particularly doubles, for balls to be moved, because if players are moving around the court as much as they do, the last thing you want is to be treading on a ball.
40-15.
Nice shot by Claire there. She didn't put too much pace on it, but at that short angle coming off the main wall, Josie didn't quite have enough time to work with it.
Nice shot from Joe. Good experience.
A good defensive backhand, high backhand retrieval out of the dead on. One of the hardest shots, I think, in the game. High backhand volley.
Chase better than 2. 30-40. Our service lead better than 2.
And a high backhand volley, which would have been one of the highlights from the last doubles match, the men's semis doubles, when Camden launches himself at about, he was about the, must have been the second gallery door in there, and he's moving backwards and throws himself, leaps in the air and just pops a terrific high backhand volley. Should not have been there to be hit at all, straight into the winning gallery.
30-40 seconds lead, Chase better than 2.
He can be quite annoying to play against. He did one yesterday similarly, and he was looking the wrong way, out of position.
Yeah, completely
in the air.
Other way. Yeah.
And
Game 5, games to love, second set.
Knew exactly where it was going.
Very good use of the tumble there.
Yeah, it's good to see Jo start moving up a little bit. She's staying just back, a yard out from the grill to defend, just like that point, but moving up when you need to. Yeah, that's good.
Great shot from Saskia.
30 love.
2 points from the match now.
Love.
Well, Nick, who are they going to be playing against in the final?
Penny Lumley and Caitlin, who beat Crew and Rose this morning. This is probably the best round of the tournament so far.
Oh, well,
it's
back.
over.
Oh. What a great way to finish. Great way to finish. There you go. Nice, lots of hugs from Josie and Jo.
And they're all still smiling.
Yeah, they knew they had their work cut out for them today. I think they, well, at least certainly enjoyed the tennis. We enjoyed watching them. And it's going to be a terrific final, I think, on Saturday.
And what do we have coming up next for it?
We've got the final of the second semi-final for the men's doubles, and that should be a ripper, so please stay tuned for that. We're signing off now, so Clive can do his job of he can go back to his job of teeing up the next.
That might tensions and stuff. Yeah, and Wendy's, let me catch Wendy's. Some like cat running around. Oh, Wendy's got like 4 bedrooms. Yeah, they're all occupied. Me too, get everything sorted out. Yeah. Damn it. I feel like I need to hang on something. Yeah. Oh,